Previously on Trails Beyond the Horizon, Ben and Yorda took on the 4SPG to find out where Jeffrey Valentino snuck off to at night. They went to the Junction area, where he teamed up with Rean and Ricia. At the end of the dungeon, they found Jeffrey and several other people engaging in weird cult activities to usher in a new dawn. Jeffrey transformed into a boss monster, and Van had to transform into Grendel about Anya's genesis. After the fight, Ix revealed that he was now part of the new cult, and he's not working for any of the Ingwees. Okay, now I have to choose a route. Rean. Hopefully I can steal some quartz from Van, because I don't want to waste resources on everyone. Well, you know, so loading screen had a lion, probably to represent fours.
Looks like that Spriggan was actually pretty useful. Things are moving right along.
He does conduct field tests for Marduk after all, and his group even resolved that prior incident. We're getting close to a solution for our own issue, correct?
Yep, the ID slot expansion's nearly wrapped up, so we should be able to begin Phase 2 by tomorrow. I'll be the one handling that, of course. Could you contact the others in the meantime?
Affirmative. It's the least I can do, since I can't help with development. You have my continued support, Mr. Sacred. Please give my regards to Chief Plato.
Will do. You seem like you've got your hands full. Just be careful not to overdo it, Orion.
Thanks for the help, Altina. It must be difficult doing all this while you're out and about.
Not at all. I haven't done much to help since yesterday. I should have spent more time studying hardware instead of just software programming.
You've done more than enough, seeing as you've been helping out at both Thor's Academy and the Foundation. That was Yona, right? From the Crossbelt branch? I bet I'd hardly recognize him or Chief Plato. Not to mention Kia from the SSS, or even that Star Princess girl.
You're right. I was lucky to see them all when we visited Yuna's place. He has grown so much, but she still can't keep up with Sully.
I think you've grown a bit too, Altina. Aren't you about 3 reach taller than Milliam?
That's true, but I feel lacking when comparing our proportions. How vexing. I guess this is what sets people apart.
Well, you're only 17. There's plenty of time to grow. Look at Fee. She's 20, but she's still growing bit by bit.
If you say so. Instructor Toa, on the other hand.
No need to spell it out. She's well aware.
You could say that again. Better be careful she doesn't hear you talking about it behind her back. She doesn't skimp on her morning glass of milk, even now. When we saw her last month, Jellica and I teased her about it until she had smoke coming out of her ears.
Jeez, no wonder she got mad. You two never change.
Even though you're so far apart, you still manage to see each other quite often.
That goes for you too, or I should say that goes for all of us in Class 7. Can't deny we've been pretty active all over the place, even after everything that went down in Crossbell. Who'd have thought that even with my head start, we'd end up in Calvard together?
Yeah. Hard to think our nations were at war with each other until just 3 years ago. Now Calvard is a superpower in its own league, about to accomplish something unheard of. I just can't believe the presidential office invited us to have front row seats.
Tell me about it. I looked into it some on the side while I was on my assignment in the Free Cities.
We will soon be arriving at our destination near Basel, Province TLOH, in the Calvard Republic. We ask that you please not forget any of your personal items and prepare to disembark. For the 2 machine units being transported, the team on location will handle...
I see lights down below. That must be it.
The home of the Verne Group, and also a renowned university.
Yep. Basel really is the most cutting-edge city in the Republic.
It all started back in May, when the Republic launched their first ever rocket into outer space. Announced internationally without warning, their comms and observation satellite was up in orbit only a month afterward. The Republic's and the President's intentions weren't clear, which left the continent in a panic. Our Erebonian Empire was no exception.
Official diplomatic and covert channels made repeated frantic requests to confirm the Republic's intentions, but to no avail. While Force Military Academy coordinated its own intelligence efforts between campuses, including students and alumni. That was when the Republic reached out to Force and the Imperial government with a sudden request. In the spirit of technological and human cooperation, we invite two of the Empire's finest Panzer Soldat pilots to a space program training exercise. If possible, we'd like to welcome the Ashen Azure Chevaliers associated with Force Military Academy. And that invitation came from none other than the space program's HQ and the presidential office. As a result, after much consideration by the Empire and Force, my helper for this trip, Altino Orion, and I, Rean Schwarzer, head to Oort State. There we reunited with Crow, who had been working out of the Free Cities, and set off to Calvard. Our friends Toa, Herschel, and Fee Clausel, who were already in the Republic, will be meeting up with us there to help us out.
Of course, the night before this trip, I received one more surprise. A message from someone completely unexpected.
The time is nigh. The 8 leaves must come together as one, and cut a path to the land where the heavens turn. It is after your fateful clash with the Black God that you will find your true blade.
It was a letter from a man I hadn't seen in nearly 6 years. The man who taught me the way of the sword.
I wonder who's going to be the referee for that fight.
The founder of the 8 Leaves One Blade School. My master, Yun Ka-Fai, the Sword Hermit.
Rean Schwarzer, Crow Armbrust, and all your associates. Welcome to the Calvard Aerospace Force's Oort Proving Ground. Present arms! Salute the heroes of our ally, Erebonia.
Hot damn!
Whoa! What's all this?
My name is Daniel Hari. I am the commander of the Calvard Aerospace Force. I have the pleasure of being the one in charge of Project Startaker and overseeing this special exercise. I look forward to working with you, Schwarzer, Armbrust, and Orion.
Allow me to introduce myself properly. My name is Rean Schwarzer. To be honest, I never imagined such a warm welcome.
Yeah, you really rolled out the red carpet. But don't you think it was a bit much?
Indeed. Their impeccable timing suggests practice.
Sorry for the unexpected surprise. It was President Gramhart's request. With as much grandeur as possible and the utmost respect. So he said. After all, we owe Thors quite a debt for putting a stop to the Great War on its first day, only 3 years ago.
Well, I wouldn't give us that much credit. It was only possible thanks to the ceasefire and the efforts of the Republican Army in Operation Meal Mirage.
The fact that the appointed commander came from another nation was a huge shock to everyone at the time. It's said that the one who made the final decision to give him command of Calvard's troops, in spite of opposition, was you, General Haring.
You certainly know your stuff. To tell the truth, I've known Lieutenant General Bright for a long time. That the incoming president also knew him personally was a crucial factor.
Is that really true?
I see. I mean, I heard he was a former soldier, but...
From what I'm told, the Ashen Chevalier, still more or less a child at the time, was put through a lot during the armed conflicts 5 years ago. Despite that, he managed to repel our forces with ease, taking great pains to minimize casualties even among his enemies. Those soldiers stand here today. No doubt their enthusiasm played a role in your well-deserved welcome.
I'm truly honored.
He comes off as friendly enough, but the Intelligence Division's rating places him among the highest threat levels.
I don't doubt for a second he's more than he's letting on. And it sounds like he and President Gramhart are pretty tight.
Now then, the joint exercise will be held tomorrow at 1300 hours. I've already arranged for you to stay at a hotel in the city this evening, so I hope you'll take the night to unwind and refresh.
Joint exercise, so I'll have to do Panzer Soldat battles.
Once we finish with the exercise, we'll celebrate with a proper reception, featuring some light refreshments and appetizers.
No doubt we'll be under close surveillance.
We'll be looking forward to it. Also, about tomorrow's arrangements.
Actually, I hate to bring this up after you've gone through all the trouble. But thanks to some pals of ours, we've already got tonight's accommodations figured out.
What do you mean?
Let them in.
Yes, sir!
Does that vehicle belong to the guild?
Oh, don't tell me. Toa and Fee?
We weren't supposed to meet until tomorrow. I actually managed to get all my stuff done and get here early. Same here. Though I'm still a little distracted by what's been going on in the capital.
Are these Thors folks seriously just going to ignore us? I don't know what you're planning, but for security reasons, these people will be staying...
We appreciate your concern, but you don't need to fret.
The professor's house has all of the latest security features. So you won't have to worry about your guests of honor, right?
It's been a long time, Professor. Apologies for making you come all the way here, despite your busy schedule.
It's no trouble at all, General. The plan has almost come to fruition thanks to your hard work. As it happens, I'm already acquainted with your guests, so I was happy to offer my home. I hope I'm not overstepping.
Not at all. If you'll have them, then we'll leave their accommodations to you. By the look of it, you have transportation handled as well. Please rest well tonight, everyone. Someone from the presidential office will stop by to see you in the morning. Please refer to them if you have any questions about tomorrow's arrangements.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you. I've heard a lot about you, actually. I never could have expected this would be where we'd run into each other, though.
Professor Schmidt told me you've been researching East Zumeria's desertification.
That's right, though recent developments regarding the space program have brought me back home. And I decided to help you all out after I got a call from Toa.
I really appreciate it.
Oh, is that so? I guess she did attend that symposium in the Republic back in April.
Rean, Crow! Everything's unloaded. Tier piece included.
Tyrfings?
That little squirt of a mechanic speaks a language all her own.
Can we bring the Tyrfings into the Grim Garten?
Now that's just plain rude, Crow. Don't you know I'm a grown woman who also happens to have a boyfriend? Huh? V and President Toa? Weren't you two meeting up tomorrow?
We're a bit early. Long time no see. It's nice to see you too, Mint.
Well, I'm glad you made it here. Whoa! That's one of the Republic's assault frames?
And she's supposed to be an adult?
Hey, Mint! Don't get too carried away.
Nah, it's fine, leave her be. I heard she's helping out Professor Schmidt. Well, there's no doubt the girl's got plenty of experience. For tonight, we'll conduct a final inspection and make sure your machines are in tip-top condition.
Thank you. I'm Rean Schwarzer, by the way.
The name's Crow Armbrust. My machine's got more than a few quirks, so best of luck. Honestly, it's been a minute since anyone from Reinford's had a look.
Tyrfing Type S Saber. Tyrfing Type X Cross.
Is that so? Just leave it to me. Esmere's been around, but I haven't seen you since April, Professor. Well, there's a torrent of things I've been meaning to discuss with you, but work's kept me busy.
That's quite all right. I know you're as dedicated to the space program as anyone. I'm the one who should be sorry since I haven't been able to help out.
Nonsense. This isn't something someone like you needs to get involved with.
Well, there's a lot to take care of, but you can leave it to us.
Speaking of which, it's getting quite late. Shall we head to Basel?
Yes, let's. Unfortunately, someone will have to squeeze into the Lino.
That won't be necessary.
An orbital bike? When did you sneak something like that in?
Oh, I did see them put in some extra cargo before takeoff.
And he was using it in his S-Craft.
Wait, that isn't from Reinford. It's from Etwas, the luxury car manufacturer.
Crow? Care to explain?
Hey, come on. Back in the Free Cities, a ride like this, let's keep a low profile.
How dare you cheat with another brand?
Don't give me that. Even Jellica and George wanted to drive one.
Classic Crow and Toa.
Makes sense that they get like this when they're together. They've known each other longer than us. Speaking of, it's good to see you again. It's been since April, hasn't it? I'll be counting on you.
Sure, I won't let you down.
Looks like we won't have to split up then, huh?
It's about 20 minutes to Basel. It's dark out, so everybody drives safe.
I'm relieved they got there safely, and the Professor's offer is within our expectations. I'll dispatch a representative tomorrow morning. Tell me, how do you feel about our chances of success?
Hard to say. Opportunities like this don't come for free, so I'd be grateful if they could at least knock some sense into that daughter of mine. With their guidance, I put the odds at 50-50.
So this is the abandoned road to Oort. I'd heard there was an old gunship blocking the way until last October.
This might be even grander than Ruhr.
No kidding. Here we've got nature, medieval streets, and a cutting-edge city all living side by side.
The aero trams are amazing too. And all the way up there is...
Yep, the most prestigious research institute in all of Calvard, the Basel Institute of Science. That dome is the famous astronomical observatory.
Two more days and I'll launch.
Wow, it's delicious.
Oh. Mmm. The cheese is exquisite. Oh, and this bread is so fluffy. Even this potato thing?
That's another one of Basel's specialties, a potato pancake called Rusty. You fry shredded potatoes in a frying pan until they're nice and crispy on the outside.
I see. It sure sounds tasty. Yummy!
Good grief. You wouldn't guess that you ladies were staying in someone else's home.
They're not wrong, though. It's all really good. Does it have something to do with the ingredients? Maybe the local water?
That's correct. The water here has been essential for the leaps we've made technologically in Basel. From maintaining critical machinery to aiding in the production of high-precision optical lenses. In fact, didn't the city of Ruhr also contain high-quality subterranean water?
You're right. It's actually melted snow from the mountains.
This has been quite educational.
Now then, since today will be quite busy, why don't we enjoy some dessert a little early? I hope you don't mind.
Ta-da! Introducing the Professor's Special Engadine. It's a news tort packed with plenty of walnuts and nougat.
I want some.
Man, I can see why that Arkride guy was totally sold on this place.
Yeah. Apparently one of his assistants grew up here too.
So we'll be going head-to-head with the Republic's newest assault frame. That's about the long short of it, yup. I'm not at liberty to dive into specifics though. But I can say that Professor Cronkite designed it, so it's in a league of its own compared to other assault frame models. They placed you in charge of the cockpit's life support system, correct? Yes, mainly to help with the air tightness and oxygen concentration. Oh, but you all didn't hear that from me. How much has the Tyrfings been upgraded since last time? Since Reverie? Guess our hunch was right in the mirror then. Indeed, that new model will definitely be put to use in that project over there, so no doubt about it. So the dummy unit that launched 2 days ago was for that new model, right? That seems to be the case, yes. From what we saw, its proportions didn't match the Zycre's ones even a little bit. Sorry, we probably shouldn't be talking about this now considering your position and all this. No, it's totally fine, especially since us and the tech union are pretty tight-knit. Project Startaker is an undertaking of the utmost importance for the Republic. However, while a broader discussion of the usage of space has yet to take place, the opinions and perspectives of other nations in Emilia shouldn't be brushed aside. Naturally, expanding the orbital network and putting a stop to the desertification in the east remains essential goals of the project. In fact, the project scale is so vast that no single engineer can grasp the whole picture. The President, General Herring, and Professor Cronkite understand it in and out, of course. Compared to them, me and Gus know surprisingly little. Seems the art departments in the government and the media are similarly in the dark. And I'm sure it wouldn't shock you to learn that the CID is behind it all. Oh? Come to think of it, wasn't there a representative from the presidential office coming today? Yeah, that's what they told us. Speak of the devil and he shall appear.
I apologize for arriving so early in the morning. My name is Renee Kincaid. I'm an aide to President Gramhart. As you may already know, today's exercise begins at 1 p.m. You'll be joining us at the Oort Proving Ground, where you arrived last night. There, you'll participate in a mock battle with our new assault frame model. Of course, you still have plenty of time to enjoy Basel at your leisure before noon. I'd advise against wandering too far, but you might enjoy a stroll down to the canyon. And you can trust that there won't be surveillance of any kind. You have my word.
We understand. Thank you for taking the time to see us. To be perfectly honest, I assumed we'd be restricted to some degree.
I thought Renee was going to join the party to keep an eye on them.
Given this guy's reputation, I can't help but feel there's something suspicious going on.
Indeed. During the war, he easily managed to stay several steps ahead of the Intelligence Division spies.
Crow, Altina, don't say stuff like that! I'm so sorry, Mr. Kincaid.
Based on my run-ins with him, it does sound a bit fishy.
Please, consider our trust as an expression of respect and admiration from the President, and by extension, the Republic itself. Though, if I were to be frank, we're somewhat lacking in manpower, and therefore do not have the means to chaperone. Why, I myself just arrived here at Basel Airport first thing this morning.
That came out of nowhere.
I suppose we should expect as much from someone whose lectures equal in the intel world.
I see. I'm sure you must have a lot going on. I've heard a bit about it from Arkride.
It seems his group has been busy. In any event, please keep in mind we will be unable to provide you with an escort, though I don't expect you'll need one. However, we can give you this.
A rank already?
Wait, is that
It's a card that gives us access to important city facilities. But rank A?
That's the equivalent of a management position or higher at the Verne Company. But that's the same rank as me.
I'd venture the presidential office made an official request to Mr. Towsend.
Correct. It will only be valid during the duration of your stay, but please take it as a token of our kindest regards. With that card, you will gain access to not only the aerotrams, but nearly everywhere else within the city. This is a rare privilege, so I hope you'll put it to use to enjoy your stay in Basel and engage with everything we have to offer. And with that, I'll be taking my leave. Expect me to check in with you as a courtesy around 11:30 a.m. One last thing. We don't concern ourselves with the matters of other organizations' assignments, so do as you please.
What's that supposed to mean?
Got it. Thanks for letting us know.
We'll be sure to show up at the training area on time.
From the sound of it, you've got one hell of a full plate. We'll do our best not to pile any more work on you.
If you would be so kind. I hesitate to call this a show of good faith, but just so you're aware, I received confirmation that the Sword Hermit has entered the Republic.
Wait, for real?
Keep in mind, though, this intel is about 3 days old. We haven't heard anything from him since then. Well, that's all from me. Until next time.
Seems the rumors didn't do him justice. I can't believe he was able to track Master of all people. Seriously, and I hear that swordswoman friend of yours has a finger in the pie the presidential office is cooking up. As I recall, she aided in obstructing entry to the mountain range while construction of the space station was ongoing. Yep, from my experience, she was even more of a force to be reckoned with than Rean had described. Both she and Mr. Kincaid were real lifesavers during that incident in March. You can say that again, we definitely owe them a debt of thanks. I wonder how Katra and Van feel about all this. Let's just hope any misunderstandings will be cleared up once the space program is concluded. We'll be taking our leave soon, but please, make yourselves at home. Feel free to have a cup of coffee or some snacks if you like. I set up so you can use your security card to unlock the door. Wow, you didn't have to go to all that trouble for us, thank you. We'll all be in the capital in a couple of days, right? We should meet up and shoot the breeze again. Yeah, it was interesting hearing your stories about Professor Schmidt when he was young. I was impressed to learn he always had such a frank personality. I'd be delighted to have another chat with you all. Oh, before I leave, Toa. Regarding the facility we talked about before, it can be accessed with that card too. You're welcome to stop by this evening. I'll leave the manual there along with your grandfather's old research notes. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Well, and we've got a while before noon. It's been 2 years since I last visited the Republic, and this is my first time in Basel. I'd like to take this chance to do some sightseeing. That reminds me, didn't you and Arkride hash something out earlier, Fee? About us taking care of RSPGs in this place, yeah. I spread the word around already, so we might find a post or two on the bulletin boards. That sounds like an interesting method for petitioning help, though wouldn't it be simpler to undertake them as guild requests? Maybe, but in the Republic, the guild and the police often share information and work together to some extent. I think this is for people who have more gray area problems, and as such, we don't want to go through those channels. That's about it in a nutshell, and there's also the fact that the CID's been keeping a close eye on the guild lately. Anyway, circling back to requests, if we see any wanted monster ones on the board, it might not be a bad idea to take them on. Yeah, I could go for a warm-up. Gotta get ourselves back into ass-kicking form before the exercise, you know? Right, let's remember to link up our Zyphos before that then too. Now as for sightseeing, how about we start with the Artisanal District, then move to Newtown and the Institute of Science. Or actually, let's hold a beat on the Institute. Finals are being held there right now, so I think it may be better to visit in the evening instead. And if we have time, there's a facility there I'd really like to check out. Got it, we'd be happy to go see it with you. In the meantime, we can take the scenic route through the Artisanal District and Newtown. But before we get started on that... Oh right, I almost forgot. We have that request from the Epstein Foundation to work on. You guys get the ID slot expansion thing done already, finally? Yes, entry to the garden has been established for parties that are in Arkride and his allies. As I explained previously, we can find portal entrances within urban areas by utilizing the short search application. Although, there are groups apart from us who we've enlisted the help of. Since we already have a number of tasks on our plate as it is, we can set the request aside for now. Set aside your first major assignment since joining the Foundation. I don't think so. This takes just as much priority as everything else. Plus, we need to grind. I know all the orbment steps must be extremely terrible right now. I'd also like to know what the society is up to, so let's add that to the planner for this morning. That sound good, everyone? Sure, I'm game for whatever. So I swear, Rean, I really do worry for you. You become more of a smooth operator every damn year. Huh? BS joined Toa is accompanying the party, not really joining even though she was capable of combat and revelry. While Toa does not actively participate in battle, she will provide various forms of support as an extra member. Why low? Probably so the player doesn't get overwhelmed with having to upgrade her orbment. Short search is available in Rean's route. In order to progress, you must complete the first zone via the portal in either the Artisanal District or Newtown. By the way, Rean, that NIS tort we had reminds me. Didn't Arkride ask you for something during that mixer Marduk put on? Right, it's about that Sweets review blog of his. He wants us to share details with him if we come across anything worth recommending. Yeah, that's banned for you. Well, in that case, why don't I handle sending over whatever data we collect? Altina has the garden to worry about, and I can bundle them with her first BG reports while I'm at it. Thank you, Instructor Toa. Sorry I put you through the extra trouble. We appreciate it. Now update Sweet's blog and Rean's route. You can now rest or make reports in the guest room at Hamilton's residence. Steve Cossuperfi and Toa's glasses.
Performing search.
Okay, there's one back here. How bad is everyone's orbit?
Adjustments to me.
Oh yeah, these did not improve at all since last time. I think the only thing that improved is that some slots got unlocked automatically. And absolutely nothing else.
The adjustments to me.
I can still steal from other people though.
The view of the town from up here is really something else.
Sure is. This is the most cutting-edge city in Calvard, after all.
There's so much to see. I don't want to miss a thing.
The artisans of Basel are on full force assisting the space program. I'd be right there flexing my chops at the gift card side, where I'm only 10 years younger. Hard not to resent those rickety old bones for refusing to cooperate. That's incredible, boss. I can't believe you got to work on the rocket's metal fittings. Why didn't you tell me about it before, though? Because of one thing, you've got... because of one thing you've got and two you don't. Loose lips, restraint, and attention span, in that order. Hell, just look at you right now. What happened to honing your craft? But at this point, I can crank out perfect bolts down to the exact micro reach. See, here are the ones from yesterday. We get a lot of orders for a size, so I made 1,000. In a single night, now you're just... Oh, these dimensions aren't too shabby. Just about ready to shift gears. Bolts alone only cover half the battle, so move on the nuts and get practicing. Yes, sir. 1,000 bolts at this level of precision, Boy's only setting is at 11.5. Still, in all, my little protege is really starting to make himself useful. So I make 1,000 nuts, you'll let me see the rocket up close and personal, right, boss? You should be so lucky, you putz. Focus on honing your craft first.
Running a search.
Performing search.
Protect us.
I was appointed to Basel without so much as even a basic grasp of the sciences. So having listened to academics and artisans talk about aerospace only leaves me feeling mystified. Just the other day, the children at Sunday School asked me about artificial satellites. Clearly my studies need brushing up on.
No.
Oh, my apologies. You came to worship, not hear my troubles. Let us offer our prayers to Aegis above. Project Startaker. At long last, man sets his sights beyond the skies. Opinions among the clergy were many and varied, but at this stage, all that can be done is accept the progression of science. If nothing else, the will of the church is unified now.
Running a search.
Ha. So fast, even faster than yesterday. I want to race our key cars too when I'm older. I tweak my cutie mobile's counterweight, so get ready to eat your desk tonight. Grr, as if you're going down later, darn it. Hey, look at that. RC car racing, a big thing in Calvard too. I don't think it's all that common, but it makes sense for two kids in the heart of the automotive industry. I rigged the heck out of my car until it could finally beat Emilia's. But now she's doing tune-ups like crazy too. I'm sick of always coming in second, darn it. Anyway, apparently there's some kind of event going on at the pavilion today. No way I'm gonna miss that. I'll ask Emilia if she wants to come too. Oh, you're one hell of a right, lass. Who could match someone capable of toying with that stubborn professor? I wasn't toying with him or anything. We just get along. He didn't even get angry when my special mustard rounds exploded during my Panzer Assault armament experiment. I wish I could have seen that. Professor Schmidt covered in mustard. The fact that he didn't make a big deal about it is pretty impressive. What can I say? The goddess seems to like me. She just spits right in, doesn't she? That's our mint. She was doing maintenance until late, so she stayed the night. Maybe we should thank them again. The time I spent working on that Tyrfing of yours was worth it. There's no denying it's an older model, but the refinement that's been done is nothing short of extraordinary. Truly a jewel of the Empire. I learned a lot. You're giving us too much credit. Wish George and Makarov could hear your compliments. That young lady we were working with sure was clumsy though, wasn't she? Let's just say her way of dealing with trouble is stimulating. It wasn't all that. I don't think that was a compliment. Thank you for everything. Because of you, we'll be in top shape for the exercise. We're looking forward to facing off against the rumored new assault frame. It's actually undergoing maintenance right now in our location. Yang is overseeing it directly and is doing everything he can to make sure it's ready to go. You mean Professor Cronkite, the developer of the assault frames, the man they say surpasses even Epstein's 3 disciples? But shouldn't he be in the middle of working on the space program right now? Oh yeah, Yang's doing this in his spare time. Wait here, he's got some countermeasures to deal with your machines. So make sure you don't lose focus. Appreciate the warning, but you sure you should be helping us out like that? Of course, it's only natural you want the machines we worked on to be put to the test. Besides, I'm curious which will come out on top. Yang's new creation or Heroes of the Empire? Do the Tyrfing levels scale to our levels? Oh, Mr. Giscard, you're like a boy with his action figures, aren't you? I'm rooting for you too, everyone. Give your best later, okay? We will, thanks. So it was up until late last night tweaking the Tyrfings with Giscard and his staff, right? Just after we finished, a bunch of screws I forgot came tumbling out of my pocket. But those guys, they sorted it all out right on the spot. Yep, it's no wonder Giscard Workshop's the biggest name in the business. I ought to start taking notes. Knowing how much agony she puts those poor guys through is enough to keep me up at night, too. The Empire's got quite the interesting young woman in its midst. Sure, she makes a lot of mistakes and has some close calls, but her talent is the real deal. Apparently, back when she was a student, she was working during the war in the Empire. I've got a lot I could learn from her. I'm also involved in designing the new assault frame's cockpit, by the way. All the other fixings are Yang's responsibility. He's off working on them somewhere else right now. You'll be in for a real toughie later, so give it your best, okay? Oh, are you the guest of honor from the Empire? They said you'll be taking part in a mock battle over at the Proving Ground, so, I'm more excited than words can describe. If I could take a look at your Panzer Assault sometime after, that'd make my whole week. Sounds like expectations are riding high. Try not to disappoint then. I sure won't.
Performing search.
Outer space, properly defined, refers to the expanse beyond our atmosphere. That is to say, the area outside the layer of gases that envelop the surface we live on. Or to put it even more simply, everything above the sky. Building off that, there are 2 different types of satellites. Those that hang in the atmosphere and those that hang in space. Prometheus 4, which we launched in May, is the first to fall under the latter. All the ones up till then fell short of breaching the atmosphere, going instead into BLO, or very low orbit. I tell you, it's a heck of a hurl, shaking gravity off enough to break free of the atmosphere. If it weren't for those new orbital rockets in Zeku's facilities, we wouldn't even have a prayer. Take it from us pioneers ourselves. Humanity is about to set foot in the world never before explored.
Coming to you live across the nation.
What would you like?
Multi-tool knife, hex goggles. Trading. Oh, trade for level 3. That means we can
come again.
Craft level 2 stuff now.
Be shy now.
That could be good. Yeah, unlike the previous chapter, I may want to hold off on getting the next level through trading next level quartz. That would be way too expensive.
Come again.
Unless they start boosting rewards in the Grim Garten.
I sense something. Try searching.
Aha! Grim Garten, Grim Portal discovered.
Reward's been deposited.
Okay, doing that will be part of the story, huh? The Basel Institute of Science is currently conducting its final exams. It's a prime opportunity to earn some supplementary income as a proctor. However, down the mining gallery just past here lie slime molds that can only be seen at this time of year. How could anybody expect me not to go sample collecting? Sure, it'll land me in the red this month, but who gives a damn?
Performing search.
The Orbital Rocket Independence 2 was designed by Professor Rean Cronkite. Its predecessor was a ballistic missile that Professor Callahan had been working on. Professor Cronkite changed it from single to 2-stage up the output to its limit and employed that new formula discovered last year. Essentially, he used every trick in the book it took to brute force us a path into outer space. I had manufacturing the injector nozzles for record, so you can bet I'm knocking on wood that pans out. I had a hand in the Orbital Rocket's construction, so the launch 2 days from now got me weighing with bated breath. Well, that and I just remembered my son's taking his final exams at the Institute of Science right now. He likes to talk big game, but where he's backing it up is anyone's guess. It's enough to put any decent power on edge. President Gramhar is nothing short of remarkable, bringing such a massive undertaking into fruition. Up until now, traveling to space was a notion no one took into serious consideration. And even if they had, it would have surely taken them decades to realize. I have little doubt that all the researchers and engineers on Project Startaker are brilliant, but our president may just deserve the lion's share of the merit. Hey, you guys tourists? Doesn't seem like you're staying with us, but you're welcome to relax and grab a bite to eat. My sister's cooking is pretty popular around here. She's kind of a free spirit though, so don't expect the menu to stay how it is for very long. My sister's something of a free spirit. As for the one who cleans up after her messes, while you're looking at them, our online reservation delivery systems are her brain children, but it was me who stayed up all night building it from scratch.
Performing search.
That's what I'm saying. All the workshops are tied up with Project Startaker. Between that, the booming economy, and orders pouring in by the droves, no one wants to take on our jobs anymore, hick. Yaha, the sun's high in the sky, yet here you are down in your cups, Mr. Procurement. Now, drink up. There are times when all the hard work in the world doesn't amount to much. Aw, fellas, have another round with me, will ya? You must be tired of your overnight train ride, Lila. I really appreciate you coming out here, especially with how busy your store in the capital must be. That's quite alright. They've already apprised me of the situation. I do believe my old skills as a maid will prove fully applicable, so please allow me to put them to use. That's reassuring to hear. Lila, what are you doing in Basel? Why wasn't Miss Herschel? I never expected to see you here. Do you two know each other? Yes, Lila runs the liberal boutique back in Edith. She even helped out with the Aramis Academy Festival. I did want to thank you for letting me participate. That aside, I presume these are the rumored members of Force. Wait, seriously? Wait, you've heard of us? Well, you are quite famous in some circles. I actually helped with the negotiations during the secret development of the RSA-2. During the Retributive Tower incident, I had no idea. Seems she's not just anybody, huh? This is the first time I'm hearing of this too. Why are you of all people? Well, I guess you could ask the same of us. Your circumstances do have me curious as well, but it isn't my business to pry. Nevertheless, I wish you the best of luck in your pivotal endeavors. Same to you. Well, hey, fate must have brought us together for a reason. How about we exchange private numbers and hash it out? Crow? I heard the rumors, so they really do make a motley crew. Yes, depending on how things go, we may be seeing them later. I've heard a lot about Forrest. Getting to meet you all here is an absolute honor. I'm employed as a researcher at ZCF and Liberal. Lila's had my back in more ways than I can count. My personally, I'd be thrilled to work more closely with you all too someday. It's a privilege to officially make your acquaintances. Discreet though my part in the Retributive Tower incident was, I cannot help but feel a sense of camaraderie through it. Our circumstances at present notwithstanding, it would be lovely to sit down and chat in the near future, should the opportunity arise. Welcome. Basel may be a city of engineering, but do you know is about its delicious local cuisine? Take our nuts tarts, or nut tarts, for instance. The recipe varies between families, so comparing them from place to place can make for a fun activity.
What do you have?
Hamburger steak, blissful Kirsch tort, stone-baked hamburger steak. Okay.
Come again.
Oh, I have to actually change which city I'm in order to do the blog.
I'll go ahead and send this to Mr. Arkride.
If you wouldn't mind.
From the sponge to the cream, this is one rich cake. The cherries and chocolate make a perfect flavor pairing familiar to Erebonian palates. If only I could take one home.
Running a search.
I'm a traveling engineering consultant. Up until just last night, I've been out in Anchorville on a business trip. It's a provincial city, but right on the outskirts is this massive logistics center. Supposedly, they'll be using the same management system as Vernate's manufacturing plants. Gets me itching to put my expertise to work.
Those are Aerospace Force uniforms, aren't they?
The brand new branch of the military. I heard they got vets from the Army, Navy, and Air Force. But from the sound of it, most of the people they scouted specialize in intel.
I suppose they wanted a variety of exceptional people from all kinds of fields.
Shop. Oh, the vending machine. So this is Basel's Artisanal District, eh? Heard a lot about this place from Falcom, but it looks to be even more of a hidden treasure trove than I was led to expect. But honestly, can you forget about work for one day of your life? Always pulling me back to Earth. Still, when I gaze out of this old-age red brick cityscape, well, it gives me a hankering. A hankering for some age-old red wine, that is. You reckon Basel is anything of the sort? Now, dear, everything in moderation. You have an awful habit of losing yourself when it comes to fine vintages. Do I? I say it's only normal to buy you a set of free. One for swearing, one for drinking, and one for spreading the good word. My husband can be something of a troublemaker, but he is also well versed in the plethora of subjects. It makes for a delightful partner. He'll always take the lead in historically vibrant locales like these, teaching me this or that as we go about. Even if he didn't know a thing, though, I still never get bored. The man's a keeper, one way or another.
So this is an aero tram, huh? The Empire's trams don't even compare.
They don't look how I thought they would. Want to go for a ride?
Yes, let's try it out.
This just the sight of these age-old streets gets my inner antiquarian all revved up. Even outside the niche, the place has a lot going for it. I have to be a fool not to dive in head first.
This tram is bound for...
This district must have been using the highest quality ovens and cooking appliances for ages now. And then you have the state-of-the-art orbital burners and fridges that are probably developing here. Gets me wondering what sort of regional dishes they fostered. I knew it would. Your chef's soul never goes on vacation, even when you do. Oh, something so grand. I just want to enjoy the local cuisine is all. Though of course, if I happen to gain any insights along the way, then why not put them to the test in my own cooking? Oh, imagine what you could whip up with their techniques. It'd be flavor perfection for sure. Oh yeah, Yang Fu came along on this tour too, right? Yes, much to my surprise. Maybe I should strike up a chat with him later. Stare. And was it? And nothing.
Any day now.
Yang Fu's been friends with my big sister since they were little. Them ending up on the same trip was a complete accident, but you might as well enjoy it together.
We thank you for choosing to ride with us today.
The culinarian in me is starting to learn more about the ovens and cookware they have in the Artisanal District. That aside though, I really should just go strike up a chat with Yang Fu later. We both live in the same ward, but life is so busy lately that there hasn't been much chance to talk. What better time than now? And we arrive. Welcome to Basel's famous Artisanal District. The craftsmen here are highly regarded for their traditional techniques, which have been passed down and kept alive since the Middle Ages. Also popular is the locale's historical atmosphere, due largely in part to its many brick buildings and chimney-dotted skylines. Wow, Longport's first floor is a historic neighborhood too, but it doesn't look anything like this. I can almost feel locals' burning passion pulsing for the air itself. While as far as creative fire goes, yours could stand with the best of them, Meijing. My antiquing senses are picking up on some noteworthy finds just waiting to be stumbled upon. Well, I'm glad to see you all so enthusiastic. You'll have some free time right after this, so go ahead and take a look at wherever catches your eye. Oh, while I still have your attention, let me give a rundown of some personal must-see spots from my last visit here. Our tour guide is really having a ball. You can tell this is more than just a job to her. It's a lot like how you get when you're in the kitchen.
Confirming contents.
For SPG, Holo Core Head Scratcher. To further develop the POCELGPT Holo Core we collaborated on last year, we were conducting tests in various locations around Basel. However, after integrating it with training data we obtained, the results were unexpected. There's something peculiar about this new version of POCELGPT, and this may require a Spriggan's touch to get to the bottom of it. If you're able to help us, come find me at the inn in the Artisanal District. Professor Athena. A bulletin board. Is this where requests for fixes are posted? That's right, they're on pieces of paper with the 4SPG symbol, mixed in with your everyday notices and flyers. Since Ben's been to Basel before, it won't be long until more requests are posted here, with us having spread that Spriggan arrived. In that case, it would be prudent of us to check the board's routine intervals. That's a neat little system we cooked up. Where did he even get the idea from? I bet it's way less intimidating for your average Joe to put up a request here than to bring it directly to a fixer. I think that's Ben's way of showing consideration to his clients. It's definitely a different way of going about it compared to our special ops missions, but we might learn a thing or two from doing this. Looks like a request has already been put up. When we have the time, we should go hear them out. I've got a literal truckload of deliveries to make next to the space program. You heard of high-precision parts? Well, all these are ultra-precision, not the sort you can handle with half-assed care. Might as well be that some of this stuff will end up getting used in national projects. Makes my part in the pipeline feel pretty rewarding, actually.
Okay.
Shard searching.
Right then, Blanca is going to focus on the cases by the factories this afternoon. It's sure been a big help having you here since yesterday, Gray. Definitely, thanks to you, I was able to concentrate on the outskirts this morning. What do you say, why not transfer to the Basel branch permanently? I'm glad I could help, but inspiring if you offer. But I really do have to go back soon. I'm sorry I can't stick around and give you the help you need. How dutiful of you. Hey Alex. Hey Gray, sorry to barge in like this. Good to see you again, Fee. I'll be heading back to the capital soon. Say, are these guys, Yeah, some Rean Shores. I attended forest with Fee back in Arbonia. Now you mention it, didn't Toa go there too? Yep, except I was in the class before theirs, and these two are... It's in order to make the acquaintance of the Empire's heroes, including the ones who have gone a bit more unseen. Oh, we're not that big a deal. Can't know what you mean by that last comment there. I'm a little concerned about a few things, like why you're here now. But as fellow powers of the Rean Wings during the war, I'm sure we can build a working relationship. I guess even the Republic still is paying attention to this little event. They're not in any position to participate, so I doubt they'll do anything more than keep an eye on the situation. You're not wrong, but it looks like things have calmed down in Basel. Sure, but with the economic boom and influx of tourists, there's been a definite increase in our workload. It's nothing compared to the capital, though, and we do have a number of capable bracers. We should be fine even if Fee continues to work with her classmates. But I hear it. Anyway, heard from Fee about you guys staying in as proxy brigands. Sounds like you found your niche, even if you are only using it as a platform for your own activities. Come to think of it, there have been rumors of forest species cropping up, even though Arkride's not around anymore. I'm glad you guys will be handling them. I'm surprised you're familiar with the subject. We worked to abandon them on a few occasions. All the same, I feel bad for borrowing Fee. Forest species aside, I hope there's something we can do to pay the guild back. You really don't have to worry about that. But with Gray going home, there might be something the Basel branch can't get around to. Monster exterminations for one. Well, we did hear Mr. Arkride had accepted a lot of those kinds of jobs for a guild. That's right, we did ask Van for his aid in that regard. We were acting on his behalf. I suppose it'd be okay to share those details. There are reports that a dangerous monster called Jerem Kaizem has appeared in Oj Canyon. We would greatly appreciate you taking care of this beast in the guild's stead. Leave them to us. This reminds me of the special operations we had during our time at Forest. We should probably be ready for requests that differ from those quite a bit, though, given the line of work. Either way, it probably won't be too far off from the kind of stuff I deal with. We've already chosen to use the Forest species to gain a foothold here, so let's make sure we do it right. We're going to be entrusting you with some work regardless. Anyway, Fee and I are friends, so I hope we'll be able to help you if something comes up. And this isn't me speaking for a guild or anything, but we're really rooting for you. Thank you.
I've got your back.
Oj Canyon Bounty. Okay. I have to say, though, I never expected to run into Empire's heroes quite like this. Speaking as a behind-the-scenes collaborator during the Great War, there's something poignant about it. It's an honor for us too, getting to meet others who were under the Rean Wings banner. Didn't mention after the fact that the guild's collaborating branches deploy a lot of manpower in particular. I see, so we're among them. Yep, I rolled out to provide what backup I could to the movable on them. Every bracer past a certain level of seniority is expected to contribute in some fashion or another. Actually, coming here myself really hammered that home. Everyone was hustling on every front you can imagine, plus some you can't. Gets me thinking Jin's stories back during the Princess Weddings might have undersold you guys. Well, compared to the movable, what we managed doesn't amount to much. Be it as it may, fate brought us our paths together, albeit under totally different circumstances. The world's moving in big ways right now, so let's all do what we can to the fullest. Although Basel's played a big part in the space program, it's not nearly as crowded as Edith or Longley. Owing to that, police and guild have been perfectly capable of containing the situation. As long as we don't get another major incident like last year's, we'll be fine, so rest easy and enjoy your stay. People from the aerospace force have been getting permanently stationed here in Basel recently. They're not on bad terms with the guild, and they do their part in maintaining public safety and handling your miscellaneous troubles. But they've also put up a wall of sorts between themselves and the rest of us. The dividing line's pretty apparent. It's as though they won't allow any outsiders to tread into their territory, so to speak.
Alright.
I know I've already slipped some of our monster extermination work your way, but on the whole, I'd rather not take too much focus away from your upcoming exercise, whatever other business you might have. That said, you guys have proven yourselves more dependable. We're all too happy to join hands in times of need.
Shard searching.
There we go, that was the Grim token I was missing.
Running a search.
What could have gone wrong? I just don't get why this is happening. Excuse me, are you Associate Professor Athena? Eek, yes, that would be me, the Athena part anyway. As for Associate Professor, I'm still not used to it. It's a lot of responsibility to take on all at once, so... never mind, is there something you need from me? I don't exactly have a lot of time right now, but see, I'm actually waiting for somebody. Because of the Forest speech you put on the bulletin board, correct? Sorry, we should have introduced ourselves first. We're from Forest, and we're acting on behalf of Arkride Solutions. Huh? On behalf of... I was hoping Mr. Arkride would come himself like he did last year. Hey, no need to be so disappointed. Our crew can get a job done just as well as his, guaranteed. Right, once we put our minds on something, we give it our all. What now? I feel a lot more comfortable with someone I already know. Should I just tell him to go? No, that won't make anything better. Alright, I'll accept your help. The thing is, my request is about a certain Holo core Mr. Arkride helped me with previously. Do you mind if I give you a summary? Okay. Something went wrong with the Pokel. Of course, I take it you're talking about Pokel, the Holo core your posting said wasn't functioning properly. That's correct, Mr. Arkride tested her for me just last year. She's equivalent AI designed by Professor Cronkite to have an evolving personality. One that starts as an innocent little girl and matures over time into a grown adult, to be specific. It's that advanced. I know about improvements in performance, but I think AI research has progressed to such a point. Cronkite, the same egghead working on the new assault frame for the space program, huh? Arkride's Holo is nothing to sneeze at either, though, from what we heard. True, except that one was developed by Marduk. Right, Mare. The professor actually used her as the starting point for designing Pokel. Since last year, we've been conducting a variety of tests over and over to encourage her growth. We even started implementing her into facilities around the city on a trial basis, with permission from the Rean Company's CEO. The resulting data was then integrated back into the latest version of Pokel, but then... a rebellious phase? That's when the problem started. You're gonna try to turn against humanity? It might be faster if you experience it for yourselves. This here's Pokel version 1.20 beta. Can you try equipping it and see how she reacts? Sure, we'll get right on it. Okay. Equip into Rean and check her voice. Okay, Oort.
Adjustments to me.
X, Ryuki, Pokel. Okay, I'm glad it starts at level 2. Wait, why does it have the exact same EXP as regular Pokel? It seems to be exactly the same. I don't see what's so special about Pokel 1.20 beta.
The cow here! You nobody sure looked out!
Nobody's. Hey, what's that smack talk? Yeah, I thought you said she talked like an innocent little girl. Sorry about her, she didn't used to be so rude, really. I think I follow. All the tests around the city caused her to develop in ways you didn't foresee. That's right. She's probably gonna start saying slurs. Originally, she had a sweet, lovable, service industry friendly personality. But for whatever reason, this iteration has a blatant penchant for mocking and ridiculing people. At this rate, the Pokel's gonna grow up into a hooligan. And after all the care I put into raising her. No need to be upset. I think we have a grasp on what you're asking for now. You want us to suss out the cause, yeah? Whatever it is that made her this way. Yes, knowing that should let me fix her before it's too late. Understood, we'll see what we can figure out. If there was a particular factor, then it's likely related to those trial runs. She was on 4chan. The odds are high. Can we ask what those tests entail exactly? We allowed Pokel to handle various jobs in the city under human supervision. And not simple ones either. They each require a level of judgment while still leaving room to step in should things go awry. Specifically, she worked at the Aerotram platforms and movie theater in Newtown, as well as gift card workshop. Wait, do we have to go to all those locations? Pretty varied set there. Makes me kind of curious what they had her do. Sounds like we better stop by all 3 of those places and find out then. I'm counting on you. Pokel's future is in your hands.
Alright, let's get cracking.
Return to Athena and replace it with another Holo on hand. This is Pokel, the Aerotram platform, the movie theater, and gift card workshop. If you could figure out which of them caused her to become so crass, I'd really appreciate it.
Yo, got a sec?
Oh, look who's back. Something else you needed. Yes, you see. The group explained Pokel's unusual behavior. Well, that's unexpected, especially for something Yang designed. Wait, so she grows in functionality and personality. Talk about awesome-amazing. Well, why is that a problem again? If you don't want to know the cause of this unexpected divergence, can you tell us the details of our implementation trial here? Not a problem, follow me. Pokel, compile a list of inventory changes following yesterday's Tyrfing maintenance. Okay, all done. What, already? Wow, she took all the time and manpower right out of the equation. This feature was implemented for this test on an experimental basis. I've used the function a few times myself, and truth told, the accuracy's on the edge of decent. What she spits out still got plenty of gaps and gaps. Wow, that sounds like Gen AI. So you have to tweak it after the fact. But damn, if a few defects don't make the bugger more enduring for it. Come on, boss, I told you not to speak more properly in front of Pokel. She's just a little girl. Try to help some delicacy. Bah, quit being so obsessive. AI is just that, artificial. It's not as if I can't understand her sentiment, though. Agreed. Even if she isn't perfect, you can have a reasonably natural exchange of her. Modern artificial intelligence at its core is built off an aggregation of past data and knowledge, after all. Discounting the super technology that forces behind the scenes work with, it's a field with plenty of room for improvement too. Either way, getting us to use her like this has been a great blessing for us. I don't recall any funny signs of that personality shift you mentioned. Zilch, huh? Damn, this one's a toughie. So any information is good information. Hey boss, can I talk with Pokel too? It's no skin off my back, so do what you like. Won't make her responses any less canned though. Great, time to see if I can trick question my way around the terminal's confidential data protections. Pokel, who subbed the access policy, and what for? Hold on a sec. Hey, cut that out before it actually answers. If Mint arrived prior to the test, and perhaps she is the root cause. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. So we can really go to Newtown from here. Oh,
let's search around.
Short. So this is Basel's Newtown. Didn't really get a good look at it last night. It even looks cutting edge. Doesn't it? Compared to Ruhr's stately look, this feels more elegant. That large building there is Rean HQ, right? Yep, the core of Republic's industry. It brings multiple companies together, and recently they even joined the tech union. At this time, we can't say whether or not they're involved with today's event. I see, perhaps we should be polite and say hello to the people involved. There's a number of other interesting places worth checking out too. Professor Kronke's favorite Roman cafe. After several visits, I'm starting to get a feel for where it sets up shop. And now, what if I made an app that attracted it? I bet the student population would go wild for that. Wait, is that you, Miss Toa? Long time no see, Elijah. Looks like you stole into Basel from top to bottom. I guess, yeah, it's fun being surrounded by so many walking sources of inspiration on the daily. You're mostly another Aramis student academy graduate. That school really pumps out the best and brightest, just like Fours. The Storming Cafe idea is pretty novel. Getting a drink feels extra special after you finally manage to track it down. Hey, welcome to my locally acclaimed Roman Cafe. I set up shop wherever my heart takes me, so there's no telling who will ever cross paths again. That means this meeting could be once in a lifetime. How's about sharing it like one of a nice brew?
What can I get for you?
Okay, gotta make sure I get all this.
Hope it's to your set.
I'll go ahead and send this to Mr. Arkride.
All yours.
Wake up call of coffee flavor with just enough of a sugar rush to shake off any brain fog. Not hard to guess why it's such a hit with students. Could help with long drives too.
I've got a question for you.
The Basel Institute of Science bound tram will be departing shortly. Oh, you're the guy who came to shop earlier. Good luck with your afternoon lectures. Thanks, Pooh. I'll give all my all. What? That was an awfully terrible response. Does she actually remember everybody who comes through? Maybe she's combining set phrases based on the information recorded on people's access cards. I wonder if she'd react to us walking past right now. This is only a trial run, so the ones she speaks to are likely limited to those going to the Institute of Science. I'm somewhat jealous. Welcome to the Aerotram platform. Oh, this is a group from Forest. Is something the matter? Do you misplace your cards, perhaps? No, it's nothing like that. We just had a little question for you. The group explained Pokel's unusual behavior. Possible adverse influences on Pokel. Unfortunately, nothing noteworthy comes to mind. Doesn't sound like there's been any major trouble here either. If anything, you think the turnstiles would be soaring with guys hoping to hear a cute girl give them the time of day. As a matter of fact, they are. Every now and then, generally speaking, however, Pokel has improved considerably. Her directions are sound. She'll even limit her conversations during early mornings and our busy hours. She can account for that. Recolor me impressed. Interacting with the multitudes of people entering and exiting must provide her all the more data to grow from. With traffic that high, though, it'd be difficult to pin down a single factor. Yeah, the process may be trickier than meets the eye. My apologies for not being of more help. Pokel has grown on me as well, so I wish you the best of luck sorting this out. Oh, that's Cinema Echelon.
Hey, this is where we can watch those horrible movies, right?
Yep. Sounds like they just built this one in Basel recently.
Calvard is the home of horrible movies, after all. Perhaps we should make time to see one while we're here?
Yo, got a sec?
Group explained Pokel's unusual behavior. Oh, it doesn't sound like you're little Pokeli at all. I mean, she's done nothing but good for us here at the cinema in more ways than one. Pokeli, you're quite touched, it sounds like. What sort of tests does she perform here? Well, she primarily assists us here at the ticket counter. Let me demonstrate. Oh, Pokel, I'd like a ticket for Crimson Fist. What times are available? Okay, let's see. The next showing seems to be full. But we do have an open slot in the one after that. Row J, seat 14, about in the middle of the theater. Why not buy a juice or soda to sip on while you wait? As you can see, she offers suggestions to customers based on the relevant data. Sweet, makes the whole process just as quick and simple as it gets. Definitely seems handy, yeah. You said primarily, though. What other things do you have her help with? And as a matter of fact, she takes part in the actual screenings themselves, too. We've been experimenting with things like having her analyze scenes and adjust the volume accordingly. That's pretty involved. It certainly has the potential to elevate the experience. Upon getting approval from distributors, we hold limited public test screenings for those interested. In fact, we just so happen to have open seats for one right now, if you'd like to see for yourselves. Well, if you're sure it wouldn't be an inconvenience... Huh? Is this gonna use up a movie slot? Oh no, it's... Sharkferno! Oh, when the fresh hell did we do to deserve this nightmare? Pick it up and run away, you... Blah, blah, blah. This is your falling way. You want to get on here of all places. What? Is this because she watched adult movies? Up yours. What? You're the one who went hop off my... what? Say again. Oh man, I sort of effing adios. Ah. That movie really was something. I think my first oral film ever watched would be such a tempest of gore and profanity. I assume it's among the sexy, scintillating spectacles of gaudy infamy. Now, this was by a different director, and a pretty unique one in their own right. Well, whatever they're putting down, I'm into. Might be cheesy and low budget, but that's what gives it so much character. Like sort of Paladin RE. Sharkferno first hit theaters sometime last spring. When it came to releasing nationwide, though, the distributor deemed it in need of heavy modification. They then came to us with a re-edited version upon hearing about our test. Apparently, it was just the opportunity we've been waiting for. But anyway, we hope you enjoyed your optimized cinematic audio experience, courtesy of Lowell Pochelli. There's no denying the volume and sound effect mixing were excellent. She was an awfully powerful Holo core to be able to process all that in real time. Yeah, I thought I was amazed with her before. This was all very informative, thank you. Not at all, come back and catch one of our normal showings too sometime. Well, we managed to cover a whole lot of ground. Crazy just how far AI's progressed, though. You figure it'll ever replace human beings in the workforce down the road? I recall Professor Epstein warning about something along those lines in his lifetime. The idea of technological singularity, which came up in regard to Elysium 2 years ago as well. There's definitely much to chew on here, but I think I understand things a little better now that we've finished up our rounds. It may be that Pokel was influenced by more than just our one factor. Yeah, I was thinking the same. It's still only a hypothesis, so let's just throw our intel as best as we can and report into the client. Oh, hello everyone, how'd it go? Did you learn anything about whatever's causing Pokel to act up? Well, we can only speak hypothetically, her being a holocore AI, but after giving each testing location a quick check, I think I have a pretty good idea what she was influenced by. Do you really? Well, don't leave me in suspense. When in the world was it? Pokel's probably affected by multiple factors, and those are... Okay, Aerotram platform... Orbital movie theater, gift card workshop. And finish selecting. What? But that's every location. From the researcher gushing over Pokel, the Aerotram platform to the stream of 30 lines of the movies. Not to mention gift cards, rough and tumble lingo. As far as possible influences go, we're spoiled with choice. But I didn't feel right singling out just one. When it comes down to it, she's being shaped by all of them at once, bit by bit. In short, it was the integration of this feedback that resulted in this iteration of Pokel. Such is our concluding hypothesis. No way! You're saying the implementation trials themselves are a cause. But that means... Yes, in terms of fostering your development, you could call these legitimate test results. It should be possible, then, to restore Pokel to original state if you stop integrating that data. That being said... I've been teaching at Forest Military Academy for about 4 years now. And so far, not a single student of mine has grown the way I imagined they would. Every one of them learns in their own way, finds their own path, and steps out in the world. The way I see it, that's just what growth is. Holo AI is still a product at the end of the day, so I won't call it a one-to-one comparison. But don't you think it'd be a waste to pretend that growth never happened? Oh. You might have a point.
Cal here! You nobody sure looked out!
She's a little quirky, but this too is one of POCEL's possible outcomes. If you think about it, this could be a huge leap for self-improving AI. As one of her foster parents, so to speak, I shouldn't be so quick to reject it. Of course, we'll still have to restore POCEL to her original state for future marketability's sake, but I think I'll try keeping this alternate version to raise on the side too. That sounds like a good idea. Might be tough to use for public services, but I bet you could still find a market. Yeah, some people might get a kick out of a saucy double-ish holo core. Really? I guess I wouldn't know. I'll admit, it made me a little nervous at first, having strangers show up instead of the Spriggan from last time. But in the end, I learned an important lesson from this. It's all thanks to you guys. We're just glad to be of service. Afterward, Associate Professor Afino officially made the other version of POCEL into its own holo core. She then gifted it to Rean's group as a reward for fulfilling the request and for further testing.
Living up to the hype.
Holo core head scratcher completed.
Reward's been deposited.
Law. Obtain Alter POCEL. I want to check out the shop in the Grim Garten first. Let's hope it doesn't lock me into the domain. That would be pretty bad for me. Wow, so this is the Grim Garten. I've heard as much before, but these virtual simulations really are true to life. So what we have here is more or less the same as that Reverie corridor place that cropped up in the Empire. Yeah, it's crazy to think modern orbital net technology is even capable of something like this. Raises a few mysteries about Marduk, if you ask me. Anyway, word is this garden is the world's apart from the Marin version, if the creepy castle aesthetic wasn't your first clue. This change in appearance is almost certainly Ouroboros is doing. The two doors on either side lead to services provided by Epsilon Donation, while the one in between is our route of attack into the garden. Advanced Group liberated the second domain, if I recall correctly, which means the third domain's up next. You said it's got a special structure to it, yeah? Correct. According to this team assigned by the Foundation, it's divided into 3 sub-domains. I would like for all of you to secure and liberate one of them, with my accompaniment, of course. Got it. We'll get started the moment we're ready, then. Time in the real world barely passes at all while we're in the garden, right? Yep, just like in the Reverie corridor that showed up during the Retributive Tower fiasco. Should make for a perfect training ground. Then maybe we could make our way through it alongside our city tour and joint exercise prep. Sounds good. Nothing wrong with slow and steady.
Welcome. Please select. We have all sorts of goods.
Huh? No weapons, just ring mail. And light greaves. Man. Oh, we can buy medals now. Oh, that might actually be really good. That would be better than wasting resources trying to craft them or trade them. Should be new stuff in here too.
Have you come to unravel the wisdom with... Alright, let's begin. Decryption complete. What do you think?
Well, we got 2 altars. Altar holo cores, so that's good. I really wish it'd give us, like, level 2 quartz. I don't know how many resources I should commit to this.
Alright.
Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Trails Beyond the Horizon. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.